Hello there, everyone, and welcome to the BOZO Podcast, Episode 2. I'm Seth the Dead, and here with me I am joined by Ben Smoke, a.k.a. Scott.
Hey.
Stimulated Dwarf is going to be here, but he's just going to be listening in. You might hear some noises of him popping in and out, making comments, I suppose.
Okay.
And essentially, he isn't here. So, and if you heard correctly, this is a Lord Reginald Cuthbert, Steven, the last but not least, Bozo.
Yes.
So welcome to the second podcast, guys. We've been doing really well. I guess, Philip, you can come in and talk about how well the first podcast was doing, if he's still here.
Why not?
You just meant. Okay, so the first podcast did really well, and Philip did mention that this podcast did even better than some of my other videos, and which is really neat.
Yeah.
Apparently, people like listening to us. And imagine like the instant Steven's here, no one just listens.
Yeah, no one's gonna listen.
Everyone
just like
your video gets flagged for inappropriate content.
It's just audio. It's like, that's too inappropriate. I got hard off of that. Like, damn it, YouTube. All right, so weekly summary. How was everyone's week?
Well, this week was Christmas.
It was.
Mine was good. Yes. I didn't really get anything notable Christmas presents.
Oh yeah, I was about to say that, like,
just an iPod.
What did everyone get for Christmas, or something that you would want to share?
Oh god.
So, Meryl's.
Yeah, I did get a bunch of games on Steam, but that's about it. And I'll talk about those when we're doing.
Bought
the
them
game
yourself.
thing.
You bought them yourself. That's not a Christmas thing.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible Christmas things.
What about you, Steven?
I got crabs.
All right, moving on.
No, I'm just... I got shoes. Shoes.
What kind of shoes?
They are... what are these things? Running shoes that have an N on them.
Never heard of that brand.
I do not know what the N... I think it's New Balance. I don't know. New Balance?
Nigeria.
Yeah, that.
Nipples. All right, so
yes, those shoes.
So was that it that you got?
Yep.
All right.
That is all I got.
Well,
I'm pretty happy with it.
I'm gonna blow you guys out of the water because last week was also my birthday along with Christmas. I am now 20 years old. Yeah.
Oh Jesus, you're old.
Oh,
I'm not a teenager
Freaking
anymore.
Old timer.
I know. Back in my day.
I'm older than all of you.
Yeah.
Scott, you're about as old as Jesus.
He's pretty old, I guess.
Like what, 24? 21?
Yeah.
21.
22?
20.
I mean, I'll take 24. Like, I'm like close enough.
Okay.
Right, so what are you saying, Seth?
Last week was my birthday and Christmas. The most notable thing I got for my birthday, god damn it, I got holy shit, what the fuck did I get for my birthday?
Apparently it wasn't very great.
I can't. I'm trying to remember. Oh no, I didn't get Sniper Elite. Shut up, Philip. I'm talking about. I got the Evil Within game for the PS3. I'm gonna be playing that, and the reason why I approve of the console version is because the PC version is not really optimized.
Yeah, I've heard
sucks
it's really broken.
ass.
Yeah.
And there's stupid letterboxing. Like, what the hell? There's like letterboxing that covers up the top and bottom.
You can turn that on and off though, can't you?
No.
Nope.
For as long
I got it for the PS4.
For as long as I can tell, you cannot turn it off, because the best friends played it on the PC, then switched over to the PS3, and they had to keep the letterboxing.
The letterboxing was really bad. It was like literally covering enemies that were like on the floor,
and traps too. Like, how
you
the fuck?
You didn't need to see them.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like that's a good example of you know how in most horror games they give you a really limited field of view, so monsters can sneak up behind you. That's a pretty good example of, like, we make it scary by making it really hard to see things.
Except it's super
It's
annoying.
a third person.
It's just really stupid
person.
and annoying, and you're like artificially making it scary.
It's third person. You can't really like be scary with field of view in third person.
Yeah. That's why they just put freaking letterboxes on it, so it's harder to see stuff.
What are letterboxes exactly?
They're like
They're boxes with letters in it.
Yeah, they're big black borders, pretty much. It's like they change the screen to widescreen or like full screen. They're just black borders where you can put like subtitles in and it'll be able to read, easier to read. That's what I'm assuming they're for. Along with, I think that's the most memorable thing I remember I got for the birthday. The birthday. For Christmas, I was able to get myself a little Warhammer figurine. Like I got myself some Warhammer
miniatures.
Yeah, like I got a little pack of 3 Chaos Space Marines.
That'll be $200.
It was $8. Shut the fuck up. And I got paint and I got a primer, so I can actually go and paint my own stuff too.
Some guy I was gonna get me some of those,
really
the miniature for the Warhammer board game, and then like I looked up to see how much they would cost, and like one squad of Space Marines was
I can definitely
$250. I was like, hell no.
Yeah, I can contest to that. That's true. That's true.
Like Games Workshop,
but you can get like the little boxes of like 4, which I don't even think is a full squad.
Oh no, like I just have 3 right here.
Yeah.
And they're just little.
And that's why Games Workshop's going down the tubes.
Well, what happened to the guys, the new like CEO that's supposed to be working that?
I haven't heard anything about it really.
He had a heart attack and died 3 weeks ago. Yet no one knows yet.
That's okay.
They sacrificed him to corn.
Oh, that's what else I got. I'm staring at it right now.
Corn?
No, I didn't get corn. That'd be cool if I got corn. I got a webcam now. I have a webcam.
Oh, awesome.
How did corn?
You were talking about last time.
How did that remind you?
No, I'm staring at it right now. Like my webcam's right in front of me. I just remembered.
Oh, I thought you were saying like you're
operating at like 80% today, aren't we?
Well, like I'm not a morning person anyway, but we gotta make it. We gotta make it work. So yeah, I got a webcam. This Logitech webcam. I'm gonna be using to put my face inside most of my videos now. So I've got one video
just
already.
Put a little piece of paper over the top part of the YouTube video so you don't see them.
Yes.
Like, and now it's better. I'm joking.
Like inappropriate content.
Just like
Stop making fun of YouTubers. So that was my birthday. For Christmas, my sister got me a handmade slingshot. And I thanked her by shooting her in the face with a bunch of marshmallows. I was
about to say, that's just like a bad thing to give you.
I was like, hey, thanks. And I started pelting her with marshmallows.
At least it was just marshmallows.
Oh, like she gave me marshmallows to shoot her. So she's like, what's something hard or soft that Seth can shoot me with this new slingshot that I have just given him? Oh, marshmallows.
Marbles.
Ball bearings.
Like you're getting
nails.
You're getting like the reverse thing of like as you age up.
I know.
Like you get a car at 1 year old, and then when you're 20, they give you like a slingshot and a tricycle.
They're keeping me young, man. They want to keep me. So I got that, and I got the new what is it? I got a new video editing software called Power Director 13.
Awesome.
And I'm gonna be trying to work on that, try to actually get used to it, but it's a bit complicated compared to what I've been working with Windows Movie Maker. It's a little bit more complicated. Like there's rows
but it's a step up.
Oh yeah, it's definitely
everything's a step up from Windows Movie Maker.
Yeah, I'm so used to Windows Movie Maker. It's so simple, and there's a lot of really interesting things about Power Director. Like the subtitle and the selling point for Windows Movie Maker is animated transitions, so many effects and transitions. And I was like, oh, well, this is really neat. But it seems
basically
so easy,
PowerPoint, but for videos. And stuff.
Yeah, but it seems more along the lines of a kind of like a movie production kind of thing. I'm just doing shitty videos of gameplay, and I still haven't figured out how to actually just make a video and render it together. So I'm gonna have to do a couple tutorials to actually make this thing work. But yeah, I don't.
Bloopers.
Like there's
You'll
stuff.
get it eventually.
Yeah, like I'm just saying there's one problem is that since I record at like 160 frames per second,
my God.
From what I can
Why do
tell,
you record at 160
because that's like HD or something.
But YouTube like cuts it down to 30.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it does.
Actually, they can do it in 60 frames now.
Oh.
Well,
then I'll just make it.
Thanks for your input, Philip.
Then okay, then I'll just have to record at a lower resolution now. I'm fine with that, but
lower frame rate.
Yeah, lower frame rate. But yeah, okay, so that works out much better because I've had such a problem where Power Director was like, these frames are too high for the frame generated blah blah blah. So it's gonna be all pixelated and crap, and I was like, well, shit.
So it seems like a weird thing.
Yeah.
For it to be doing, like the exact opposite of the intended effect.
Right.
Yeah.
So once I figure that out, then I'll be able to shell out videos and stuff. So, and that's essentially it for my Christmas. Like one of the most like important stuff.
I got shoes.
I got an iPod and I got games. That was it.
Yeah. What about you, Philip?
All I really wanted.
Philip, you can say something. Philip.
He's dead.
Yeah.
He's gone. And Philip had a heart attack. And
Christmas
died.
spirit killed him. Okay.
No, I also got a mug. I got a
you
mug
did?
too. I got a mug. I forgot about the mug.
What does the mug say?
It doesn't say anything. It's a mug.
This Top Cat.
Top Cat?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where that came from. It was just the first thing in my head.
It just says Bubsy the Bobcat on it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Exclamation point.
All right, this is the section where we talk about the Bozo news. What do any of you guys have to bring into the podcast?
I don't want to go first this time.
Yeah, okay. Let's Steven, did you look up anything or find anything notable that's been going on? Have anything to talk about?
So it's like 4 days after Christmas and it's 90 degrees. That's notable.
Well, I haven't noticed. I'm in California right now, so
But
no, really,
video game wise,
well, anything really. Anything for us to start a conversation.
Yes.
Don't be boring.
Yes. So, how about that golf tournament?
Okay.
That's all I got. That's all I got. You go.
All right, I have a few things. Microsoft is giving out free games to compensate for their incredibly broken Master Chief collection. Oh,
really?
My.
It's broken.
Yeah.
Free games.
Free games.
Yeah.
Where do I get
Free.
this?
Like everyone heard that. I'm sure Halo fans would probably know that the Master Chief matchmaking system apparently very not great.
Complete shit.
And it's broken.
I don't
and
know.
instead
I
of
got pretty
fixing
good
it,
at
they're
it.
like giving out stuff.
Like what would happen
It's
is
like,
people would
what happened with?
Yeah.
I can't remember. But yeah, I just linked to everyone the notes. Take a look at that.
Yeah, like people would be kicked out of matchmaking. Like in the middle of like trying to join a match or just even trying to connect to other players, they would just be kicked out of it. Yeah. And they wouldn't be able to play at all.
That reminds me of freaking DICE with Battlefield 4 where they're like, yeah, we're not going to update it.
Unity, that's what we were thinking.
Yeah, I was actually going to talk about that.
There we go.
I was actually
Assassin's Creed Unity.
I was actually going to talk about that.
Immediately got rid of it.
Yeah, so Microsoft, it's unclear if they're going to keep trying to fix it. I doubt they will because, I'm sure you guys have already seen the new Halo trailers on YouTube.
Halo 5.
So
yeah,
I'm guessing they're just going to abandon this because that's how the games industry is, where you can't slow down because that would be smart. But no, we got to make that money, though.
Train don't stop.
Make that money now.
So yeah, they're giving out free crap.
Like 3 free month of Xbox Live Gold.
There you go.
Oh, yay.
That's cool.
I said free games. My bad. That's what Unity did. Like, that's what, what's their faces.
Well, now that you talk about Unity, let me tell you the shitstorm that is Assassin's Creed Unity.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was up on a rooftop one time, And I look down, and there's this guy walking down. I was like, hey, maybe I can assassinate him. So I go into the animation to jump down and assassinate him, and I miss and die.
But you're locked in the animation, you can't do anything.
Yeah, I logged into the animation and crashed into the ground.
Like there was the like in Assassin's Creed, there's a button that says execute, and you press it, and he does it automatically, but he missed and killed himself.
Yep, good times. I also got a video of this one time where I stabbed a dude in like a final animation, and my arm got stuck into his pixels, and like I was running around with this giant rubber band arm dragging his corpse around. It was pretty intense.
I'm gonna tell you.
Stealthing with that, terrible.
Okay. And then in more positive news, the next version, Shadowrun's Returns was like kickstarted, and it's one of the I guess few Kickstarter successes. And then they went on and made Dragonfall. So they are back on Kickstarter now for the next Shadowrun game, which looks like it'll be taking place in Neo Tokyo.
Ooh, Tokyo!
Tokyo Drift!
Find their Kickstarter thing, so I'm going to link you to the news article that informed me about it.
Look at those little cars!
And I'm not sure if they're going to be going with the new editions of Shadowrun, where there's like no deckers and everyone uses wireless phones for hacking and stuff.
What is this, Watch Dogs?
Oh, this is the new Shadowrun.
I know, I'm making a joke.
Oh. Yes.
No, shut up.
I don't know. I never played Watch Dogs. They looked really boring.
Watch Dogs. It's pretty much just Grand Theft Auto with technology.
Yeah. Well, interesting.
Yeah. There's that. And I'm going to look because this was like since last week. I want to see if they reached their goal yet. Yes, they have, with an extra $4,000 over their goal.
Good job.
That's good.
They can donate.
Good job, Hairbrain Schemes. I love the Shadowrun.
They can give
games.
it to you, Steven, and you can put a bag of your chest hair in there, and then you can mail it to them.
Bro, I will definitely. I'll just shave my dog and send it in. Like, hey, here.
Okay, so and it's funded. So the next one's going to be taking place in Neo Tokyo. Not sure if it's a new edition of Shadowrun. Not sure what's going on with that. I just know it takes place in Neo Tokyo.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I've got right now.
Okay.
That's all I've got.
Anyone else have to bring up?
Killing Floor. I got a new Killing Floor. I got a new freaking details on that.
Okay. You can then go ahead. Yeah.
Freaking in the Killing Floor 2. You know how when you welded buildings and whatnot, the doors will move and whatnot when people attack them. So you can tell what doors are getting attacked because it'll start shaking.
Right.
Which I thought was kind of cool. A little touch.
Oh. All right. Yeah. Okay. Killing Floor 2. A little shout out to Killing Floor 2. So it's anyway, thank you, Steven.
That's all I got. Killing Floor 2, doors shaking, epic.
Shaking doors.
Shaking doors.
That should be a tagline on the back of the box. We've got shaking doors.
You got shaking doors, motherfucker. All right. So no one else has anything to bring up. Nope. All right. So let's continue. I've got some CES news. Warhammer 40k Eternal Crusade updates. All right.
Okay.
Graham McNeil is the writer for the game. Apparently, he's the guy that's been writing a lot of Warhammer stuff. He's in
Black Library.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
And this makes Games Workshop more confident in its lore integrity that in Eternal Crusade and Arcona, the planet that it's set on, is 40k canon. So this game will become 40k canon once it's done.
I don't know. The Games Workshop can pretty much do anything at this point and make it better.
I honestly thought you were going to say that Games Workshop can just go eat a dick.
Well, they can do that too.
Well, they can do both of those things.
All right.
Half of me is Warhammer is so awesome, but then the other half of me is Warhammer is so awesome. Why are you just throwing it around?
I think they should really. One thing I wish they would do is make a Warhammer movie, but I'm kind of afraid that they would fuck it up.
They've made a lot of Warhammer movies.
I'm afraid that it would just be about the Ultramarines again.
They have.
And you'd be
I'm talking about
Ultramarines again.
Something good. and they shouldn't sell it to Disney because Disney's gonna fuck it up like they're going to Star Wars.
Could you imagine that? I don't even think Disney would have any clue what to do with a franchise like that.
Like, everything's grimdark. Everyone's evil. There's no good.
People dying on the streets. The rivers flow red.
Death is a major theme in this series.
Yeah.
Work with it.
Stormtrooper takes off his helmet, and it's just
Mickey Mouse.
Mickey Mouse is just like, oh, I'm gonna kill you, motherfucker.
Burn the heretic. Oh. In the name of the Emperor! Oh no, wait, Mickey is the Emperor. That would be, it'd be like a stupid Kingdom Hearts shit.
Dark Mickey is the Chaos.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
Oh, you see Oswald. Is like, is freaking Horus, and it just redo like a Horus heresy with Oswald and Mickey Mouse as the,
Someone should fan art this.
This is amazing. I can't believe we just made this up.
Someone on DeviantArt should do this. That would be really fun.
You know, I would actually watch it if they made a movie like that. And I would be happy.
All right. So, along with
Reginald approves.
Eternal Crusade, the first game mode plays out as a defend from attack type mode, where Chaos must defend a missile launch sequence from the Space Marines. Once the Space Marines grab control of the missiles, it becomes their turn to defend while the Chaos forces attack.
So it's like Capture the Flag? Or not Capture the Hill? Capture the Hill?
King of the Hill?
King of the Hill, yeah. That thing.
It's more like the Chaos are trying to shoot missiles into like Space Marine territory. Space Marines come in, they kick them out, and then the Space Marines shoot missiles into their territory. But the Chaos have a chance to get back. So it literally can just like go on forever if both teams are really
keep going
good
until the missiles have destroyed all your stuff.
The missiles will go off after 20 minutes, and whoever doesn't have the missiles once the countdown ends, they are bombarded by artillery and lose the game.
So it's just a more interesting King of the Hill.
Yeah.
That sounds nice.
So it just pops back and forth. Like one has control, the other team can still gain control, but they still have to defend it, and then they can still lose it, and then it would just keep going on and on and on.
For 20 minutes.
Yeah, and after 20 minutes if one team sucks. All right. And here's something interesting about the Orcs is that the free-to-play faction for the Orcs ties into the scummy free-to-play player stereotype where they aren't listening to orders, trolling other players, not giving a shit about the lore, and ganking spawn points, and not following the rules.
Sounds like me.
Yeah, according to Behavior Interactive head of studio online, Miguel Karen, this behavior sounds like Orc Boys doing what Orc Boys do best. Like he was giving,
that's true.
Yeah, he was making examples of people calling him. I was like, these Orc guys, these free to play fuckers are ganking my spawns. Like, and he's like, they're Orc Boys, right? He's like, yeah, they're killing my spawn. Well, isn't that what Orc Boys do? Don't they do that? And they're
just dicks.
Yeah, they do that. And he was talking about how like the free to play, obviously the free to play players will be
terrible,
horrible people, like ruining everything.
Yeah. At the same time, would they still be doing that if they could play as any of the other races? Probably. Now that I think about it.
I mean, they would just be even more like scum of the earth because they spent money just to be a dick to other people.
Yeah.
I really like. Oh my god, nothing in like. I hope they get rid of like the ability to crouch sometime in one of those games that come out like that.
What? Oh, you mean teabagging? You mean teabagging? I was like, wait, what? All right.
You can take cover as much as you want, but crouching, fuck you.
I don't even think you could crouch in Space Marine. I think
good.
I don't think you could. I'm trying to remember. Anyway.
I really hope.
All right, well, that's the news for the Warhammer 40k Eternal Crusade. Looking forward to that. Hopefully see good things coming from that. Games Workshop is behind it, so hopefully that means something.
It means it's going to be incredibly expensive and a letdown.
Oh, yes. Steven, did you listen to the last podcast when I talked about the Eternal Crusade?
Yes, a little bit.
The first founder pack, the people who like the premium players, the least expensive founder pack is $40, and the most expensive one is $450. If I remember,
eat all the dicks. It's a giant bucket of dicks. They can eat them all.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Upcoming games, regardless if we play them or not. A game called No Man's Sky, developed by Hello Games. It is a sci-fi game where the player explores and tries to survive in an infinitely procedurally generated world where players can leave a planet's atmosphere and touch down on another planet. There's spaceship dogfights and first-person action, trading system, lots of neon and bits of Blood Dragon-esque styles.
And hackers that will destroy everything.
So
when I see trailers in that game, I sort of roll my eyes. I'm like, there's no way it's going to be that.
And then it does like
this
that.
doesn't look like actual gameplay. This looks like a pre-scripted sequence they made specifically for a trailer.
It does seem like that a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I
got to be Johnny Raincloud because I've been screwed before, and I'm like, I'm just
get screwed again.
I don't believe the games industry anymore, ever, at all.
Not really good at selling their stuff now.
Yeah.
I think
they're like, there's no false advertising laws regulating our industry yet.
It's like Assassin's Creed Unity.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Unity, like it sounded epic.
Multiplayer assassins.
I played the multiplayer, and
now
guess
you get
what?
To see your friends glitch through the wall with you. Beep, 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 beep.
And he's like, "Hey, bud, what's up?" He turns around, he doesn't have a face. Oh God!
I played the multiplayer, and it was just like a bunch of dicks. Like all of them were just all doing their own thing. I was the only one doing the mission, and then like they gained the rewards. I was like, "You guys are terrible people."
Yeah, I like that game where it's like assassination. One of the things that you can like. That having other people around would screw up because you have to be sneaky and stealthy. And having like 3 other idiots running around like smashing into walls and punching people in the mouth.
I was down, and instead of picking me up, the guy just like got hooked onto the wall and started teabagging me on the wall. Like I'm like, bro, like I'm about to die here, and then he lets me die, and like walks away. I was like,
yeah, that seems like more of like a game you would play with just friends, because online community.
Well, any co-op
like...
game should be like that.
Oh yeah,
random matchmaking is the gayest shit.
Or just like not buy the game at all because it's
or that,
or save the brain cells.
Like controlling, like I don't even know what the guy's name is in that one, but controlling the assassins guy is like
just say Ezio number 2.
Ezio Junior 2.
He wasn't even Ezio in that game. Wait, are you talking about Assassin's Creed 2?
It's no Assassin's Creed Unity. What's his name?
No one remembers what the name of the main character
Marco
is.
Romeo.
He's this English fellow in France. Like
Philip. His name is Philip.
His name is Philip.
Bland and generic. I'm joking, Philip. You know I love you.
Whoa.
Anyways, so controlling Philip in that game is like controlling a Down syndrome child in a broken glass factory with lava everywhere.
Don't go over there. You mean to go over here? Actually, he doesn't respond. He just goes, and then he like rubber bands into the glass.
Just like, God damn it! It was so bad.
And then he's falling into the lava, and he puts a thumbs up.
I don't really know if I ever really liked the Assassin's Creed's like movement system, because it seems really finicky. Of like you have to hold down like 3 buttons to run up this wall. Like, why can't I just point the control stick at the wall and he just goes up it?
Didn't their like stock go down after the creation of Unity?
Yes, it did.
Yeah,
Ubisoft's stock dropped after Unity was released.
There's a lot of other things that kind of ruined its stock, like Watch Dogs and
Watch Dogs underperformed because they were like, let's spend $200 billion on this game. Way more money than we should, and then hope it makes it back because we marketed the crap out of it.
Far Cry 4 probably was the best.
And they all sold really well, but not enough to make back their enormous, like, retarded amounts of money spent on their budget.
All the money wasn't even spent on the game.
Industry.
It was all spent on money smoothies that they used to fuel themselves.
It was all spent on good graphics because you got to make everything look good for some reason.
Yeah.
Instead of making it look like Wind Waker or like stylized in some way.
At least you'll look good when you're rubber banding into the wall.
Because in a couple of years, it won't look realistic at all anymore, and everyone will be like, "Ew, look at those polygons. It's disgusting."
I think in the future, they're probably going to be like 3D, where you put on a suit and you become like the person.
There's that Oculus Rift coming out. Everyone's really loving that Oculus Rift.
Yeah. The VR system. I don't know about it being like virtual reality, like you're wearing a suit and are in the world. because like it fucks with your head where you touch something in the game, but it's not actually there, and your hand just keeps going.
The suit is just completely covered with pistols, and if you get shot in the game, you get shot in real life.
Oh okay. Shit! You die in the game, you die in real life.
Oh my god!
All right, so moving on.
Dance in the game, you dance in real life.
Crypt the Necrodancer. I actually looked at that. I want to play that. Upcoming games: Rainbow Six Siege.
Oh god!
This is another game made by Ubisoft, and
that actually looks good though.
Yeah, Rainbow Six honestly has been. I've been following Rainbow Six a long time, and I've really liked Rainbow Six. I've been playing Rainbow Six Vegas 2 for a while, and I love that game. And in this IP, you play as counter-terrorists that breach terrorist strongholds. Heavily focused.
Who saw this coming?
Yeah, heavily focused on close quarter combat, new destructible environments, and that's literally all I can say about it.
So it's Battlefield 3's what's the DLC where you go into like close quarters?
Dragon
maps?
Something.
What?
You mean close quarters in Battlefield 3?
Yeah, Battlefield 3 close quarters.
Not really. I watched some videos on Siege, and it's like 5v5, and it's I want to say it's SWAT, but I don't remember. And like,
is it only
each team has time to set up the house, and you have to save the hostages, and you can like plant bombs to blow a wall off, and then go in or like rappel in through the windows.
That's neat.
Blow a floor.
That sounds cool.
Like blow a hole in the floor, and the ceiling falls on top of the guys, and you jump in and you kill them all. It like you guys can go and look up videos about it. It's pretty sweet, and the graphics look good. Like it's actual gameplay that they're playing, and not just like the pre-rendered stuff to make it look
pre-scripted
good.
crap.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I saw.
Remember Battlefield? Like Battlefield trailers looked like actual gameplay, and then you get the game, and then the graphics look way different, and
then you get rammed by a jet.
Yeah, and then you get rammed by a jet
every time. Oh, you're in a helicopter? Jet ram. Tank? Jet ram. You're in a building? Ram jet.
You rammed the jet now.
I don't even watch trailers or gameplay released by actual people. I just wait till YouTubers play it, and then I watch that.
Yeah,
I don't trust people anymore. Friggin' Jesus.
That's an interesting thing because of how like games nowadays are actually being made for YouTubers to play them. Like, what was it, that game?
They've become the driving force for game advertisement now.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's cheap.
Probably because the actual advertisements the companies make are fake and obviously like they're not made to sell you the game. They're made to sell you a like idealized version of the game that doesn't actually exist.
Would you rather pay like $15 million to get a commercial on, or would you rather pay one dude like $100 on YouTube?
Yeah, exactly.
I did find one interesting thing of like, you remember the live action trailer for the new Call of Duty Advanced Warfare game, right?
Yeah.
I will never buy another Call of Duty game.
Where he ripped off the, like, I thought it was really neat where he ripped off the car door and he threw it at the people at the top thing. I was like, you probably can't do that in game. I was like, that's stupid. And then you go into the campaign, you can actually do that. And I was like, you serious? That's awesome.
That's so cool.
What about the part where Megan Fox shows up and then turns?
It's not Megan Fox. What you keep saying is Megan Fox.
Megan Fox is in the game?
No, it's not Megan Fox. It was just some random person, like random lady.
Megan Fox.
No, not Megan Fox. It wasn't Megan Fox. It was this other lady.
Yeah,
Megan Fox.
But that's not in the game.
No, it's not. Like I didn't think they were selling that. Yeah, ladies with pillowy lips.
Yeah. But see, like that's the point of like.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's not the point. I wasn't bothered by the fact that some girl was just there.
I'd be bothered if it was Megan Fox.
My point is that trailers like that bother me because like that doesn't tell you anything about the game. Like it's not like it doesn't tell you anything about the game. There's no.
If you don't buy our game, we'll stick Megan
no
Fox on you.
actual information. It's like, look at all this fun stuff that you can maybe do.
And her.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. Hyper Light Drifter by Heart Machine, a 2D action RPG with a very heavy dose of 8-bit and 16-bit style. A very cyberpunk with a grim, dark atmosphere of monsters, demons, and abominations. Was in Kickstarter, but now has been greenlit on Steam. Looks really neat. It's
what game is this?
It's called Hyper Light Drifter. It's on Greenlight.
I'm looking it up right now.
It's like you play as this guy who's like traveling around looking through like a post-apocalyptic world, going after old bits of technology. It looks really cool.
What was it called?
Hyper Light Drifter.
Hyper.
I know this game.
3 words.
Two best friends. They played it on their channel.
Yeah.
Light.
Yeah, and I was like, that looks awesome. You run around and sword people right in the mouth.
Yeah. You wear this like this Zero Mega Man helmet and just cut people.
You look like a Mega Man character.
Mega Man.
Mega Man, shut the fuck up. God.
So that looks pretty neat. You find it yet, Steven?
Nope, but I'll look it up in a bit. I'm still looking it up.
Okay. Another game I saw that's coming out is called The Witness, and you explore an abandoned island. I have nothing else to talk about it. It's like the graphics are...
The Witness. Not a very good title.
The Witness.
The Witness. Oh, I thought you said The Wetness. I was like... What? And then
Great
it's like
game.
you explore an island, and I'm like, okay, I guess that sort of works.
Were you
it's an
thinking
island
about
covered in
Megan Fox,
water,
man? Still thinking about Megan Fox.
And them DS.
The Wetness.
The Witness. The Witness.
I don't. It's like I don't really have anything else to talk about.
Is it like what's that thing where you explore an island and it's really boring? What's that game?
Witness.
The Witness.
The Witness. This is a movie?
No. I mean, maybe it could be. Sounds like a movie title.
Okay, so there's a movie and a video game, and I'm gonna think it's the video game that you're talking about.
Well, it just know it exists, I suppose.
The Witness.
Puzzle platform.
Oh, it actually looks like all colorful and stuff.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Oh my God, there's more colors than blue and teal.
Oh my God.
Everything's cyan.
Teal, orange, and brown. Battlefield. Anyway.
Alright, so moving on. Wii U games. Star Fox for the Wii U.
Fuck the Wii U.
Yay.
So, if anyone's been a real big fan of Star Fox or looking forward to Star Fox, it's going to be coming out for the Wii U in its own new title.
Finally, a new Star Fox game.
A better visual and a yada yada.
They fucked up Star Fox and then it disappeared for like 6 years.
I remember when they had like dinosaurs that would talk in weird gibberish.
Palace.
Krazoa Palace.
We gotta save the princess.
This was developed as a completely separate game from Star Fox. Can you tell?
Bill Cosby does all the voices.
Every single one of them.
I'm a dinosaur pudding pop.
He's a dinosaur. Run away.
And then like Boob Lady, Crystal, like Fox Lady, I don't know, whatever. Fuck.
Megan Fox.
Yes, Megan Fox. She is in every game now.
Every game.
She is the theme for every game. All right, Mario Maker for the Wii U. You use assets from the 2D Mario platformers to create your very own levels.
Yeah. How much you want to bet 90% of them is going to be original levels from the old Mario game?
How much do you bet 90% of them are going to have like a hidden penis in there somewhere?
Because you can use assets from like all the major 2D Mario platformers, like you can use from graphics from like 2D graphics to 3D graphics, and you can use those assets and make
I'm sure
levels.
Someone smarter than me will do something interesting with it.
I'm sure I don't give a fuck.
It seems sort of like Nintendo's just like, we're not sure what to do with Mario anymore. We took him to space. We can't really do anything else after that. So you guys just play with them.
Yeah,
Show us what you can
have
do.
fun.
Yeah.
I know. Let's put them in cat suits. Yeah.
Everyone with cat suits.
Apparently that was really good though.
And zombies.
Oh yeah, that one was really good. That one was actually the new 3D Mario for the Wii U was actually super good.
Yeah.
moving on. That's all the upcoming games I have to offer. Gaming news. All right.
I have one.
Keep going.
Hat in Time.
Hat in Time. Oh, yeah, that one. How's that going?
I have no information about it. It's been silent for a while. They're still working on it. So.
Hat in Time, you play as a 3D platformer. You play as a little girl with a top hat.
Yeah, it's a
Now, is it an
callback to
actual
the
3D?
collect.
Yes, Philip, it's an actual 3D platformer. You can go in all directions.
A throwback to the old-fashioned collectathon-ish Banjo-Kazooie stuff, which I love and I miss. And I'm like, why is everyone trying to be first-person shooters?
Someone's making a online tabletop Warhammer game. Warhammer Quest.
Oh, Warhammer Quest, like not table. They've already made it. It's on Steam. It used to be an iOS game.
Oh,
it's on Steam.
It says upcoming
iOS game.
Yeah, it used to be on the iPod or like smartphone stuff. You could buy it for an app. It's really neat. You play as squats, you play as humans, and you just fight in the Warhammer fantasy universe.
Oh, it's the fantasy one. It's not the 40K.
No, it's not 40K.
Never mind then.
All right.
Apparently, the fantasy one's been more of a focus lately than 40K.
Yeah, I realize.
Because no one wants to be depressed. Like
it's because Games Workshop doesn't want to forward the setting in any significant way with 40K. They're like, we have to lock it in here, or otherwise the war games won't make sense anymore.
Welcome to Warhammer 40K, where everyone's mother immediately died, and then they all joined the military.
Everyone's an orphan.
Yeah, everyone's an orphan.
Everyone's an orphan.
Yeah, to the point that it doesn't make any sense.
All right.
Everyone's best friend dies. So don't have a best friend.
Everyone just has a sour look on their face.
24/7.
All right, let's continue.
Gaming news. Microsoft has been hard at work trying to improve their Xbox One title Halo Master Chief Collection and has released a new patch that adds Halo 4's Spartan Ops, which is a multi-mission episodic co-op mode for Halo 4. The patch also includes major fixes to online multiplayer and the campaign overall game stability. So if you haven't been playing your Master Chief Collection because of issues, maybe this patch is what you're waiting for. So
they get free Xbox Live Gold, and they're actually trying to fix it? Because I'd written it off of, like, the next Halo is on the way. They're just going to drop this to work on that.
Oh, no, like, I looked this up, and, like, they released a patch.
Bear in mind, my news, listeners, my news was, like, 2 weeks old.
Oh.
So, so I'm assuming that yours is more up-to-date. So.
This was from the beginning of the week.
Okay, yeah. So his is only 1 week old.
Freaking Microsoft users, Halo 4 players with the MMC or the MCC Master Chief Collection, you can go play your game supposedly with this new patch. So
they lost me when they killed Cortana. I was like, you just killed a main character. I'm done.
Yeah, but Master Chief though, he has so much personality.
No, he doesn't.
He has the personality of a retarded brick.
He still didn't even have personality at the end of the freaking Halo 4. He still didn't even have personality. He was like,
He was starting to develop one.
He was.
He was like, I'm gonna wisecrack with Cortana.
And then
I sort of almost. Have
oh my god! And then they worked on freaking Destiny, where they all have like emotions and they're all crying about stuff.
Welcome to Destiny, land of the bitches. And the game's terrible.
Destiny, land of the grinding.
That's it.
When you're in an
so
army,
hard
you gotta
to be
kill
a guardian.
Like 100,000 people to fight.
I'm a guardian.
Dudes that are slightly stronger.
It's our destiny.
But really, fuck that game.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Okay.
I beat the game in literally 3 hours.
Awesome. And that was by yourself, huh?
Yeah, it was just went all the way through 3 hours.
Did you enjoy the 6-hour-long boss rush things where you get a slap on the ass at the end?
Oh yeah, I went through the entire Vault of Glass. The Vault of Glass, the hardest thing ever. Got through the entire thing, and it gave me a paint to paint my armor. That was it. I was like, this game can burn in hell.
Ooh, glamour.
Glamour. Accessories.
I don't understand the people are like, it's got good gameplay though, and I'm like, no, it's just got Halo gameplay where you have a floaty jump and you shoot people. That's the game.
I played the multiplayer, didn't even shoot my gun once.
Their shields break, and then you punch them.
I didn't even do that. in the multiplayer, like they give you the powers that you have in the campaign, and I have one ability where you just sprint and punch someone and kill them in one hit, and I just did that. I didn't fire my gun.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty neat. That seemed really interesting to me. I was like, I can run around and just punch people. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Well,
because then you have people that like have the really broken like high level guns where it's like this revolver does 2,000 damage and kills everything in one shot.
Oh yeah,
this
there's
is
a
definitely
shotgun.
Fair and balanced, right?
There was a shotgun.
Halo's fucking, Halo was very like balance centric multiplayer mode where all weapons have advantages and disadvantages. But in this one, you can just get your 200 billion damage shotgun and kill everything in one shot.
It's like going from Borderlands 2 or Borderlands, leveling up your character in the campaign, then taking it with you into an MMO version of that game, and then being able to fight like people as other players are running around you.
But players are dicks and just optimize their builds and just destroy you in one shot.
Yeah, like what we did. To the point
that it's like, why does this have multiplayer if only one person is ever going to win?
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. They had a shotgun. I don't know if they probably patched it. I haven't played the game in forever. But they had a shotgun that had assault rifle range.
Whoa.
Like, it had the range of an assault rifle, but the damage of a shotgun. I was just like, I'm done. No, I'm done.
Okay.
And then I have the fantastic, community support, true ear in the community, where like people to get the most efficient loot, they just shoot into a cave full of enemies, because that gives you more loot than a treasure box. And then instead of increasing the treasure box drops or anything, they just took the cave away.
Yeah. But they found another one.
That's hilarious.
So, don't worry, I'm sure that was like a while ago. I'm sure that cave's gone now too.
There's like only like 5 caves that you can go.
Like, stop trying to have fun and get the loot that should be given to you.
I had a legendary engram, like one of the you use them to get new weapons and gear, but you have to like decrypt it. And I got a legendary one, right? I walk in there, get it decrypted, and it's just this rare item that's like level 12, and I'm like,
whoa, awesome. Yeah. It's rare.
Look at this treasure box. It's purple level rarity, and then you open it up, and it's like a green pistol. You're like, then what's the point of even having these have rarity? Why not just make them all the same color and it's just random item?
Apparently they patched that though to where it's supposed to be better, but I don't know.
I realize that's the common thing is just apparently they patched this, apparently they patched that. Like, come on, like what the hell? Like, are we just gonna? Exactly. Like, was it like?
We're gonna keep patching it. God
damn it!
Like you have to
it's like Borderlands, but boring. Yay!
And like I saw this one, like they were interviewing the people who made it, and they're like, someone brought up the very, very valid point of why do I have to keep paying for my game to get more content?
Right.
And they're like, well, the game's not completed yet. It's kind of like while we
then
build
half
it up,
the people in the room just get up and leave.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, it's not completed yet.
Remember that story mission?
Piece.
We never had an idea of where our story was going in the first place.
Yeah, it's like
we're just making it up as we go along. Even though, based on what I've seen, it's like they have the entire game set up, and then they just cut it apart to arbitrarily make you pay for more content.
It's like they literally just said they're adding content, and you're gonna have to pay for the DLCs to add more content to the campaign. And it's like, I already paid $60 for the game. Why do I have to keep paying for it?
Hey guys, remember when World of Warcraft cost $60? And then to get all the DLCs were released 1 week later, and it just adds like one extra room to the castle filled with more loot. But that costs also $60.
I don't remember that.
Because that's not what they did. When they expanded the game, they expanded the game.
Good one. That was great.
You can't be fooled on that.
I was like, wait, what?
That was the thing?
Freaking Blizzard wouldn't do that.
Blizzard's not that retarded.
They have enough in the vanilla game to justify like a subscription-based thing. And they're even shying away from that now.
Oh, wow.
Since, now they're doing like, instead of paying by month, you can pay like, you buy gold for game time and then you use what you actually use while you're playing.
Oh, like actual in-game income.
Yeah.
See, like I can't even.
That's
be
awesome,
mad,
actually.
Because I'm the one who bought the game. Like I could have looked back and like done my readouts on it and been like, oh, this game's
like,
shit.
It's from Bungie. It couldn't possibly be the worst thing ever.
And then like they were like, okay, we're gonna
perfectly reasonable assumption.
And then I was just like, oh, you got me. You got me.
I heard this game was supposed to be like Borderlands, and Borderlands is fun.
Why not just play Borderlands?
Guess what it's not like?
Why just
But in
play
Borderlands, you can't have a dude that's level 60 but playing PvP and then killing you with one shot with his assault rifle shotgun.
Like the game even Borderlands 2 even tells you, hey, this player is higher level than you. You can't join him or it's gonna be retarded. So don't do it.
And I'm pretty sure like it's like the weapons are all balanced to the level.
Yeah.
All the guns like have advantages and disadvantages. Like fire weapons do more damage to unarmored. You know, stuff like that.
I remember.
And then when you have something that's like blatantly broken weapons just being tossed out. I
remember like players in Borderlands. If you were like a level 12 in some like level 15's like area, if you that level 12 open up the box, you got the level 12 loot. If a level 15 opened up the box, he got the level 15 loot. It's like
Remember,
it was actually kind of fair.
Oh, and also you could trade stuff in that.
Yes, you could fucking trade. I remember that was a thing that you can't do in Destiny.
Yeah. Where it's like, here's stuff for a class that you're not. You can't do anything with it, and it's useless.
All right, thank you. Well, Philip's already gone, but Philip's gone now. It's just us now.
Oh yeah, now I can take my shirt off.
What?
So yeah, I don't understand what they were thinking with that game. It's like they had one dude on the development team was playing like Borderlands, and he's like, I have an idea. Why don't we make this? But it's gonna be like a more serious like science fiction universe.
And have no
Traveler
plot.
And all this cool stuff.
It does sound neat. That does sound neat.
The upper crust are like, I know, slice it into like 50 DLCs and we'll make them pay
Would you
for
think
all
this game was like more of like a freemium?
Yeah.
We talked about this.
It feels. I don't know. I don't know. It's like.
What do you think, Steven? Because you're the one. You're the one who's actually played this. What do you think?
I think people should just avoid it, but that's just my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Avoid it like the.
I don't know. And then the upper crust people were like, people don't care about the story. Just put it on the offline wiki thing.
You know what I think they should have done actually? Like made the first game like $30. Like, hey, here the first one's $30, and be like, hey, all right, we're breaking it up into DLCs. Each DLC is gonna be like $5. Throw out.
Yeah, it would be much better.
Throw out maybe 6 DLCs. That's $30.
Oh yeah, didn't the new DLC just come out and it's just
Dark
like
Below
the
or
same
something.
thing? Where it's like it's the same levels with the same enemies that you already fought.
See, the whole game, the entire game of Destiny is like this. Okay, first mission, you're gonna go into this epic tunnel and then make a left. Second mission, you're gonna go into the same epic tunnel and make a right. And it's just like, I was already here.
It's procedurally generated.
And it's just like,
remember when you like went upside down?
Is it procedurally generated?
No, it's like what it is like that's like the random missions. You get the random missions, but even them are not really random. They're like, all right, same mission's gonna pop up here. It's gonna turn into this mission.
I heard the final boss for the first part of that game, which has 2 of the same mini bosses that you just fight again.
Do you see like the final boss, the final mission? It's just 3 of the same bosses and done. Just 3 of the same things. You just kill one, kill the other.
I'm assuming they're high level, so it takes like even longer to kill them.
No, they're really easy to kill. Like I just sat up on a hill and just sniped them in their critical spot, killed them all in like 5 hits, and then I beat the game.
That doesn't sound fun at all.
We should probably we should probably get out of here because this is
no more Destiny. Let's move on.
This is actually old news because a lot of people actually know about this. All right, moving on. EA Sports UFC players will get Bruce Lee for free on January 5th.
And I should care why.
Cool. Like you get to play as Bruce Lee in the UFC fighting game.
That's actually cool then.
Well, what did I have to repeat it twice for you, Steven, so you can understand it?
Yes, you do.
All right then. All right, moving on. A Halo fan spent 3.5 years and $7,000 on making a Lego replica of the Pillar of Autumn, a massive UNSC spaceship. It weighs more than 2. Yes. No, not to scale. No. Yes, to scale. It weighs more than 200 pounds and is more than 6 feet long.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, but
he has way too much time on his hands.
That's what a lot of people said. They're like, "What a nerd! You can't freaking spend so much time."
Well, it took him
get a girl and get a job.
He just sat down.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like people just like, "Oh yeah, he spent it all." That's just he just wasted his whole life just doing.
See, every book you see at Barnes and Noble, they just wasted like several months of their lives straight just writing only that book.
Yeah, I know.
That's what happens every time.
Yeah.
All right.
Every time.
Titanfall 2 has a possibility of coming to Steam and PlayStation.
There's a second one?
Yes.
There's Titanfall. What? This is the thing?
Okay, Titanfall 2, which is also a possibility in itself, has a possibility of reaching out to Steam and PlayStation.
Oh, well, that's cool because
So that
Titanfall
means-
1 was just a shit show.
Really? You didn't like Titanfall 2? Or Titanfall?
It was just Call of Duty with Gundams.
Which sounds pretty
That sounds
awesome,
cool.
though.
It's like,
Which
it's like-
sounds pretty awesome, though.
I don't know. I
I
guess
thought
it was
had,
just
like,
because
the
I was...
parkour system from what was that game? Where you're on the arc and
fuck.
everything looks like a weird.
Oh,
art
Mirror's
style.
Edge?
No, not Mirror's Edge.
Freaking
It was a
Brink.
first-person game.
Brink.
Brink, that's it.
Yeah.
I remember that
Brink,
game
that
like
was-
crashed
that
and
game
burned
was
like the
terrible.
instant it came up. It's like, hey, we're Brink, and
Yeah, it was just like, it was like epic, and then everyone realized that being a light person is just all around bad. Everyone should just go heavy.
I played that game. I actually played that game a lot. I'm like, this is kind of cool but like every class is the same character. They just have a different support item.
But
And
no,
I'm
like with
they should
Titanfall,
probably make it not that.
yeah, but with like Titanfall, I guess I just didn't like it because like I joined in late and everyone was by far better than me and I
Right,
had no
that
idea
makes
what I was
sense.
doing and I kind of just crashed. So yeah, that's probably why I don't like it.
I mean, yeah,
But when it came out, people just stopped talking about it like almost immediately. So I don't know.
they were
was
too
it a
busy
good game?
playing Titanfall. They couldn't come out and talk to anyone because the game was so
Yeah.
great.
You know one game that no one ever
Didn't that
talked
release
about?
like right behind something else, and then that?
I think Titanfall came out by itself. Like, trying to remember.
No, Titanfall was part of the bundle at the very beginning when it came out. It
Oh,
was
Xbox
Titanfall, Rise, whatever.
Yeah, hang on.
That's one game no one talked about. Was Rise.
Yeah, well, it was just Gears of
Bro.
War, but with swords.
So it was pretty much
That
just
seems
Gears
like
of War.
a big running theme for video games of like, it's just Borderlands but with Master Chief, or it's just Gears of War but with swords.
And less
It's
salad
just Call of
bowl
Duty
like
but
neck.
with Gundams. You see, that seems like kind of problematic.
Everyone has a neck the size of the average salad bowl.
Mm. Yeah, like Titanfall. I don't know. I never played it. It looked fun, like parkour, jumping around. Because I'm tired of like in Halo where you're like slow ass trundles along and you have an energy shield and you're fucking slow as shit.
Yeah,
Like,
it
I
was
hate
kinda
that.
stupid.
Yeah, like nothing else came out that was super like imposing on Titanfall. Like Titanfall was just like the only one that looks like that was the like first person shooter that came out in
I remember
March.
that being really hyped up. And
Oh,
then it
yeah.
came out, and then
well,
one
like,
said
well,
anything.
well, no one said anything. That's because they're too busy like
Well, it had no
wasting life.
competition.
Yeah, so it was super. It was really good actually. I actually want to play it because it looks like a lot of fun.
I refuse to buy an Xbox One.
Yeah, you won't have to. When you
Isn't
get
it on the
for-
Xbox 360 as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the Xbox 360.
it is.
And it also says it's on Windows, but I don't know where you buy it.
Probably the Windows.
Because Windows Live,
games.
doesn't that not exist anymore?
Like they're trying to get rid.
You
No,
have
it's-
to
I
download
think it still is.
Origin.
Oh, Jesus,
Oh,
no.
God.
If EA had its hands on that game, that would not be great.
It would just be terrible.
All right. Red Dead Redemption 2, Bully, and ALA Noir sequels are a possibility.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yes.
Oh, God.
So LA
I'm not sure how they
Noir.
would continue Bully, because that was like...
You are now his younger brother.
Or maybe you go into
See,
an
Red Dead
older
Redemption,
setting.
I can see that working, because you could do the same setting, but with like different characters, different cowboy stuff.
But like
different
it's
story.
but like you know how like there was Red Dead Revolver and then Red Dead Redemption. There's like
Yeah.
another Red Dead Redemption 2 as it might follow John Marston's son, Jack.
Yeah, exactly, because Jack didn't really do anything after
He just
that final
he just
mission. In the game.
spoiler just put revenge on his father for his father dying on the dude who killed him.
Man, I loved Red Dead Redemption.
fucking
Especially
love that
like the
game.
whole zombie mode.
Oh
Like,
my god!
Oh my
don't
god,
even.
it was epic.
Don't even. I will mess
Red
myself.
Dead Redemption, it was an awesome game.
Like that game was just that game was everything that
Like I'm doing a playthrough of it right now. I love that game so much.
that game was everything that Saints Row should have been.
Wait, what? That you wanted Saints Row to be you wanted Saints Row to be like Cowboys?
Like the gameplay mode, like not Cowboys and like whatnot. But I'm saying like Saints Row should have like had the gameplay and like the realism. I can say realism, but like
well, that's just
not
Saints Row.
fucking...
Then you should probably play like Grand Theft Auto or one of the older Grand Theft Autos.
I'm gonna do a better comparison of saying like Red Dead Redemption is what all the new Grand Theft Autos should have been.
I don't know. Grand Theft Auto is pretty fun. Even though I can't fly a
Red Dead
helicopter.
Redemption's like a lot more focused. A lot. Like I played through the new GTA 5. The missions are like all over the place, and I don't know. I just don't like them. I don't like the characters.
They are made by the same people, by the way. So
where they're like, I'm the black guy that wants to not be poor anymore. I'm the white guy who has a shitty family. I'm the crazy asshole that for some reason fans of the series love, even though I'm like
a dick,
a horrible dick.
I like him.
I don't.
That's it. Yeah.
I don't know. That game, like, I don't know.
What do you think about LA Noire sequels, Scott?
I played LA Noire. The investigation parts were awesome, but then you just go into cover shooting like the other half of the game.
Oh yeah, I remember
that. Grand Theft Auto 5 cover shooting, which was
I remember that. I played that at your house, Scott. Like you were right next to me when I was playing your game of LA Noire.
And I also can't.
The investigation was awesome.
It was
like that was the best part of the game. And then they just make you shoot dudes.
Like I can't freaking
like every other game.
Like I don't know if it was just me, but I can't drive in that game at all, or virtually any game.
You can't drive in any game.
They take away the open world and just you're a cop and you go do investigations and stuff.
Yeah.
Like no shooting, just do cop work.
Well, isn't cop work shooting? Like more you're talking about more like detective investigator
more
type
detective
thing?
stuff and less cover shooting against this giant army of mobsters that come to ambush you at a movie set for no reason.
That happened.
You're like, I heard you got one of the guys that we need to kill. Now instead of waiting for like the right moment to strike, we're just gonna throw 100 dudes at you.
All of them with BARs and shotguns.
I killed them
exactly. Yeah, and then you kill them all, and then the entire place explodes because I guess there was nitroglycerin inside the movie.
You want to know what I'm waiting for?
What are you waiting for?
I'm waiting for like everything's like all like stupid, like realistic, like movie freaking style shoot 'em up things, but I'm waiting for like a stylized like old like World War I or World War II game, like a stylized version of that. That's like kind of a first person shooter. Not kind of like, what's that one, Broken Hearts? Not like that. But like, what's a good way to describe it? Almost like a historical Borderlands.
I don't know how that would work, but Borderlands with like World War II era technology stuff sounds kind of cool.
Like, you mean like an RPG?
Yeah.
Set in the World War II.
Yeah, and it has like all colorful, like everything's about colors and whatnot, and like story.
That sounds a little bit like Battlefield Heroes.
I've never heard of it.
It's a very stylized version of Battlefield.
It's a Battlefield game.
Yeah, it's a free to play.
It's free to play.
Yeah, it's a free to play Battlefield game.
Everything looks like Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's actually something that sounds cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I lost my train of thought.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Have any of you guys ever played Temple Run on your smartphones?
A little bit.
Yep.
Okay, well guess what? Temple Run gets an Oculus-powered VR headset. Now players get to experience being chased by demon monkeys in first person, all while traversing a new snowy environment. Get the headset for $200 from the Samsung web store.
That makes me not want to spend $200 on that.
I mean, you don't have to use the VR system, but it's going to be the new. You can be able to play the game in first person. And
they're just experimenting with this new VR technology.
Yes.
I feel like
remember when videotape cameras came out, and then there was just like this giant wave of horrible schlock
I remember
that you could
that.
buy at a video store. It's sort of like what they're doing right now.
They're just testing to see the boundaries.
Except it's not going to be a tidal wave because it's way more expensive.
Oculus.
It's gonna be like a little wave.
Yeah.
Like, has anyone heard about the Oculus? Does it have the civilian or the consumer version of the Oculus Rift been output? Because I'm not sure.
I doubt it.
Because I know it's still in prototype, and I haven't seen PewDiePie like touch it or Markiplier or any other YouTubers use it, so I'm not sure.
I don't know. Like, I'm kind of hesitant on it.
I mean, it looks super neat. The fact that they're working on something like that.
Yeah.
All right. That's all. That's it for gaming news. Moving on to media news. The Interview will be shown in theaters after President Barack Obama. Did anyone go and watch?
And it's on YouTube, right?
Yeah,
now.
that's right. I was about to say that. Barack Obama criticized Sony for their original decision of canceling the release. This was during the president's year-end press conference. He mentioned not allowing a dictatorship someplace else to impose censorship in another place, which I completely agree with. Like, why the hell did we give power to freaking North Korea?
Because we're nervous.
Yeah. And you can watch the interview in full length on YouTube. Like, Sony's been, like, advertising it.
I think this is an interesting decision. Like, I think this was a good business move for Google. Because now maybe instead of theater releases, there'll be digital releases of movies.
Oh yeah, like
I find funny is that like right once they were talking about it, releasing it and whatnot, then Sony started getting hacked, and then they're like, North Korea, stop hacking us. They're like, we're not doing it.
Oh yeah, freaking North. Like, it was confirmed that it was North Korea. It was confirmed by the like with defense people, like CIA and FBI. They confirmed it. It's North Korea. Like, they're the ones who authorized the hacking. And President Obama. Yeah, he thought, it's pretty funny how
we're not doing it.
With their fingers still on the keyboards, like,
Like, we would do such a thing.
So, as it turns out, I guess no one died on Christmas, or none of the theaters got blown up, because there were theaters who showed the interview. And apparently, nothing happened.
A shocker.
Yeah, go figure.
God damn it!
It's almost like the December 12th on 2012.
But
like everyone was like, "Oh God!"
But like, you know that the instant any of them would actually do anything impactful, America would fucking nuke the shit out of them. You know that, right?
Far as say nuke,
well, you know what I mean.
They
would like I don't know what would happen. That would be act of war against us. Like, North Korea is always claiming acts of war against us for, like, I don't know, some like finding like Kim Jong-il's face on a piece of toast, and we were eating it or something. I don't know, some stupid North Korean shit.
I found like North
Korea.
Yeah.
Where in order to maintain, like, their government controls everything.
Yeah, that's right.
And then in order to maintain the control, they have to have a villain that they tell their citizens they're working.
Well, that's America.
And that villain just happens to be the U.S.
It's America, yeah.
Everyone hates the U.S.
I'm okay with that.
They use the United States as the big evil boogeyman that hides under
I feel like
beds.
North Korea is just like that small child that runs up and kicks your bike and is like, yeah, take that, and then he runs away.
I've seen this comic of little Kim Jong-un with a rocket above his head, and he's running up, and he's like maybe lower than a boot, and he tosses it at the feet of a U.S. soldier. It breaks on his boot, and he like looks up at him, and he goes, "Come at me."
That was Jolly Jack's.
I love that comic so much. I was like, oh my god, this is hilarious.
That's funny. That's really funny.
So yeah, I guess the U.S. shouldn't be so scared.
Here it is, right here, Steven.
I want to see that again.
Oh,
I want to see it again. Little man syndrome. Yep, this is it. Yeah, balk. Come at me. Yeah, isn't that great? It's so funny. Like, his expression doesn't change the entire time. And the U.S. soldier doesn't move at all, which is great.
I'm just saving it. I'm gonna save this.
All right.
Oh, that just made my week.
Alrighty then. Nintendo won 2 legal disputes this month involving the Wii system patent. The two companies, Creative Kingdoms and Ultimate Pointers, tried to sue Nintendo for violation of their patents, but Nintendo won, obviously.
What were their patents on?
It was on like the virtual pointer type thing, where you use a remote control and point on the screen, and you can control stuff that way. Apparently, I don't know. Like this has been going on for a while. Is that Nintendo's been dealing with people claiming that you stole our idea or something like that, and yet we're not hearing anything about PlayStation Move getting like attacked.
Bro, PlayStation Move is so unique and original. It's so original.
Yeah, you say that, and then no one's like going after them and claiming like lawsuit against them.
I don't know.
My god.
It gives me like a weird thing of like maybe they did come up with the same idea, but that might just be by coincidence. I don't know. U.S. copyright law is really dumb.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know if Creative Kingdoms and Ultimate Pointers are even like in America, and we know Nintendo's like foreign, so.
Well, it has to be. This sounds like one of those stupid. Yeah, and it says U.S. District Courts settled this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh man, I hate the lawsuit system.
Countersue the countersue. I sue you for suing me.
After I heard about the guy who sued McDonald's because the manager apparently like handed him napkins to clean up his mess, and he's like, "I'm here because you're a restaurant. You're supposed to clean up my mess," and he sued them and won for like $3 million. Yeah,
did you hear about the lady? Remember when those people wrapped their McDonald's order at the McDonald's drive-thru?
They did what?
Remember that? Where someone wrapped their McDonald's order.
Oh yeah, they wrapped, as in they like used a beat and they wrapped for their order. I don't know how this
made a bunch of imitators around do it, and then someone in like Ohio or something did the same thing, and then the person, like the server, sued them because she felt endangered.
What?
Bro, it's because they're in Ohio. There's some crazy motherfuckers up in Ohio.
God, like this sounds like a freaking like Dr. Phil thing where her family's suing like her own family just for the sake of getting money off of them.
I can just imagine it going to court and then the judge is like, "And it is not your child. Court dismissed."
What?
Like,
what? If I was a judge, I'd just throw that out of court because I'm like, I have to deal with murder trials and other actual crimes.
I wouldn't throw it out. I would just drag it on. Be like, all right, you're going to keep paying for this.
I can imagine.
Stupid.
I would imagine the judge comes in wearing like a Flavor Flav, like giant clock on his around his neck, and he has glasses and a sideways cap. He's like, "Oh, yo, the McMaster judge is in this house. Everyone be seated."
Oh, God.
And then
he just hits the hammer and he's like, "Dismissed."
And he gets up. He's like, "Get this fucking shit off of me."
Bring out the dancing lobsters.
The dancing lobsters, and just yeah. Wow, how did our stories just become so?
I don't know. I don't even remember what we were talking about.
Fever dream. Move on.
I think we were talking about getting sued. Something.
Lawsuits. Welcome to the American justice system.
All right.
To maintain your patents, you have to sue anyone that might be infringing on your patents.
All right. Segueing into lawsuits. If you bought DLC for Ubisoft's Assassin's Creed Unity, Ubisoft, you can claim a free game as an apology for Unity's lousy game launch. Those claim the free game. Now here's the thing about it. Those claim the free game, according to the fine print, are agreeing to never sue Ubisoft over Unity's woes or the now diminished value of the game's DLC pass.
Well, you can either have a free game or $2 million lawsuit.
I don't know if you
would take the game.
Yeah, honestly, I would try to take the game because Ubisoft is pretty good at like.
But is the fine print say you can't sue them
Yeah.
ever, or is it just related to Unity?
Yes, you are agreeing to never sue Ubisoft over Unity's woes. Like, if you have a problem with Unity in any way,
I guess that's not that bad.
Well, I'm just saying,
Still,
like,
it's kind of scummy where it's like we made a bad thing, but don't talk about it though.
Don't bring it up to us, man. Don't. We don't want to see that.
Appeasement. It's like, okay,
but they're probably learning from this. I mean, their stock price dropped, and if that doesn't kick them into gear, then I don't know what will.
They probably they had to at least
so that's
fired somebody.
Okay, that is
and
it.
they'll probably never make an Assassin's Creed game again.
It was probably one of the devs that didn't have anything to do with it.
They will.
I'm really hoping they don't.
They're probably gonna make it set in like old time Russia or something.
Please don't ruin
That'd be
it.
awesome.
Actually, yeah, that would actually be kind of cool. Maybe.
But then again, we said that about the French Revolution, and that turned out
like they had
great.
so much to work with. Like, oh my god, like they could have I remember
they put way too much on their plate at one moment, and they didn't know what to do with it.
Oh my god!
I don't understand why they keep bringing the assassins like future story. Why have the assassins and Templars anymore at this point? What does that add to the game?
And then aliens.
And then aliens.
Why not just have I'm an assassin and I need to go kill these guys
for money?
That's the game.
Remember Assassin's Creed 3?
Or because they killed my girlfriend or something stupid. You know,
that's
Assassin's
fine.
Creed
Why
3?
have it like some convoluted war?
Yeah.
What about Assassin's
Creed 3? Like the character you play as is actually a character playing a video game of the assassins, because that's where that stupid meta story went. And then it's supposed to be Templar propaganda since it was made by like Super Corporation or whatever the hell. But
generic
in the
evil
game,
corporation.
they never talk about like any of the ideologies or anything about the two factions, and in the game they don't do anything.
Like from the beginning.
What's the point of having this story?
The meta thing. But like in the beginning, the first Assassin's Creed seemed really neat. Like you're going, we need to see what your ancestors did. I'm like, that seems pretty cool. But like in the long run, it doesn't seem to make any sense now, as we're more focused in what's going on in the past than what's going on in the future. Are we forgetting that? Wait, what's the point of going in the Animus again? Why are we even experiencing this stuff
anymore? Like, what did he do?
Like, I've looked at the characters, and they're not even looking like Desmond Miles anymore.
Yeah.
They're, like, looking less and less like Desmond Miles.
I'm just going to say, just make an assassin game. Don't do any more of this, like...
Oh, they did do something like that.
We're working for an evil video game company.
Remember,
while this game was actually made in real life by an evil video game
Assassin's
company.
Creed Liberation. Assassin's Creed Liberation, it wasn't even, like, a person related to Desmond Miles, I think. It was this black lady who was an assassin who just fucking killed people.
She was in one of the handheld games, and apparently that game was a lot better than a lot of Assassin's Creed games.
You played as a proper lady.
A proper lady.
Who got forced to become a killer.
That sounds more interesting than whatever the hell's going on. And then you play as American Indian Man in the other one.
Assassin's Creed 3.
A smallpox.
That one was so dumb. It was like, you're an Indian man, and hey, look, it's Benjamin Franklin. And then, like, the studio audience starts clapping. And they're signing the Declaration of Independence.
I remember that in school.
Don't forget the aliens.
The British are coming. And then you just hear, like, the studio audience go, oh!
Bro.
It's just a vaudeville act.
American Indian Man saved the day.
Find out next week in the Herbert Daring Dashwood.
Yes, exactly.
You can't forget about them aliens.
I do remember the really cool DLC where President George Washington becomes king of England, and he becomes like an overlord, and you have to take him down. It's kind of like a Sniper Elite V2's like version of you get to be able to assassinate Hitler.
Sniper Elite
that sounds goofy. Yeah, I'm just saying, even fans of Assassin's Creed don't give a shit about the future storyline.
Oh no, like freaking Desmond
Miles. It's obvious that's not going to go anywhere. Because in the first one, it seemed like they had like this game is going to be like a couple games, and we have the storyline, and it's going to end in Assassin's Creed 3. But then Ubisoft is like, just make sequels out of everything. Call of Duty's doing it. We should do it too.
Has like Ubisoft sent like a sequel for Assassin's Creed like out like every month? Because
they're trying to do it yearly, like the way Call of Duty does.
Because it seems like they keep coming out with more like Assassin's Creed every time I look. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, it's because they're really stupid.
Like,
you know what they need to be
Brotherhood.
working on?
You want to know why the Call of Duty is able to do that? Because they just use a modified version of the Quake engine. It's really easy to work with.
Really? I didn't know that.
It's like build a gigantic city, populate it with missions and side missions and things to do, and you have a year to do it.
That's dumb.
Exactly. No wonder.
They
I'm
can't
surprised
develop
that
anything.
this didn't happen earlier.
Shit.
Yeah. And on top of that, like, this has really put everyone off of Assassin's Creed now.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so what about all the other Assassin's Creed projects they're working on?
They're still going to do it.
Probably.
No, they're still going to do it.
How about actually changing the gameplay of Far Cry?
How about instead of making it a yearly release, you give it like a longer time and actually make a good game?
Like a couple years, maybe. a couple years and a half or something.
Yeah.
And then
But that money,
and then they sold the rights to Bungie, and Bungie's gonna make it DLC. Everything DLC.
It becomes DLC.
It's gonna be a
Destiny.
A Destiny DLC, where you get armor that looks like Assassin's Creed suit.
And that's it. And that is it. That is it. That's the only thing they use with the IP of Assassin's Creed.
That's what they're going to do. Like, whenever they want a game to die, they just sell it to Bungie now. Like, Bungie, kill it.
I feel
Dispose
bad for
of it.
Bungie. They're like, we made Halo,
And then
now
we
we
sold
made
it.
Destiny, and everyone hates us.
There's a lot of people who actually do like Destiny, and
Yeah, those people are the
No, they
blind
like Destiny's
ones.
gameplay. They don't actually like the story or anything.
Those
yeah,
guys
as,
are
it's,
like-
as it's displayed in the game.
Those
So I
are
heard
the
it's actually
bleeding.
decently interesting.
the bleeding heart Bungie fans, right?
Yeah, those are the bleeding heart Halo Bungie fans that live, eat, and sleep Halo, and they're like, we must find something good about this game because our Lord and Master Bungie created it.
Wouldn't those those hardcore
Didn't
fans?
like most of the Halo dev team leave Bungie though? So it's
I
like
thought
a
all of them
completely
did.
different people at this point.
I thought everyone's gone.
I thought everyone was gone. What's a team that brought you Halo? Well, at least some of them.
Actually,
Okay, maybe
no.
like one or two. I'm joking, none of them.
Yeah.
Please buy our game.
Please buy our game. We're gonna make it DLC.
I feel bad for Halo fans now too, because like Master Chief Collection, that was a fiasco.
Oh yeah.
I don't get why they rushed this out the door and then they go back and they're like, "Whoa, the main part of our Halo game isn't working."
Like
Because
even
money,
the
bro.
campaign game, even the campaign version was also like messed up.
Money, bro.
Like everything was glitching out. Like it was like Ubisoft made the game or something.
Wait, is it because they're like we have to make it on these specific sale dates because that's when the most amount of game sales happen? That must be it.
See, that's
But-
what I like appreciate about Dying Light, because they were gonna come out, but then they're like, "Oh, we can modify and make it better, so we're not gonna push it
Then
out
do
till
that, bud.
January of next year."
That's what they said about the next. That's what they said about the next Assassin's Creed. Now, if that's going to be true or not, that remains to be
not.
seen.
It's not.
Well, they
Probably not.
they just got like a slap in the face from the community about how shitty the Unity turned out.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna buy an Assassin's Creed game ever again now.
It's like the second time.
I
This-
stopped buying Assassin's Creed.
yeah, same here. After
There was like
Brotherhood.
there was only so much of like sneak in and stab a man that like the game could support, and I was done after like.
It was
2
just
games.
changing environments. You just change environments and change the person. Do exactly the same thing.
It's pretty much like Fallout and Fallout New Vegas, or Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas.
There's
Like
so
change
much
this
you
Well,
can do
in New
with
Vegas,
Fallout.
they changed like
So
entire
much you
game
can do.
mechanics and a whole bunch of stuff in New Vegas.
Oh my god, we shouldn't even know. We're not even gonna get into Fallout.
We should play New Vegas like right now, everyone.
New Vegas party, roar!
Tale of Two Wastelands, greatest deal, like freaking
I have the
Greatest
DLC
mod
ever.
for New Vegas ever, where you can install Fallout 3 in the New Vegas folder, and then you install Tale of Two
All right,
Wastelands.
all
and then
right,
you can
yeah.
go to Fallout 3.
And that's how we know we're done with that. All right.
Yeah, we're done. I'm
Okay.
gonna get done before I start gushing about my favorite game
Okay,
ever.
okay, so that's the end of all of my news, guys. So what do you think was your game of the year?
Game of the
last year?
year.
No, this year,
Shadowrun
2000,
Dragonfall.
2014. It came out 2014. What is your game of the
Shadowrun
year?
Dragonfall.
2014.
Shadowrun Dragonfall is awesome.
Okay, Dragonfall for Scott.
Hmm.
What do you think, Steven?
Game of the year. I am going to have to give it to. I don't know. You tell me yours. I'm still thinking.
Mine would have to be Dark Souls 2. I love that game. Friggin'
I got Dark Souls 2 when I get home. We can play it.
Yes. Dark Souls 2, possibly. Oh, I was gonna ask Scott, why do you think Dragonfall, right? Or
Just-
Dragon Run, whatever.
Dragonfall.
Dragonfall.
Shadowrun Dragonfall.
Why do you like it? Or why do
Like
you
4
think it
words.
deserves Game of the Year?
The setting's interesting. The characters are interesting. It has a huge variety of missions, and the side quests, like all, like you know how most side quests in games are like the same mixture of like the same things.
Yeah.
Of like, go get this item or go to this place. Well, all the missions have been thought out, and they all take place in different settings with different situations going on.
Okay, but like,
yeah, so you're not gonna play the same mission twice.
So I'm asking, like, is this like really, this game really deserves like game of the year?
Yeah.
Like,
at least for
awarding?
me. Yeah, it's my game of the year.
All right, what do you think, Steven?
I'm actually going to have to give my game of the year. I'm gonna have to give that to. I know it's like not. It's not a 2014 game.
Is it like late 2013?
No, it's a game that I started playing in 2014, and it's now
That's fine.
I have to give it to freaking Counter-Strike Global Offense.
Oh, Global Offensive, really?
Yeah, because I got into that recently, and I've been playing it, and it's been by far my favorite game so far this year.
I want to play that game now.
Like, I mean, granted, I got pwned a lot, but after like 5,000 deaths, I finally got good at it, and it's pretty fun.
Like the fact that you died so many times and didn't rage quit, that means something.
Like, it's actually a pretty decent game.
All right, so yeah, mine's Dark Souls 2. I gotta say, like, I love the fantasy, I love the grimdark universes of that kind of place, and I love hardcore gameplay. None of you goddamn casuals, get out of here.
I'm gonna say before that though, before I started playing it, it had to have been Skyrim.
Oh, that came out like 2012.
Did it come out 2012?
Yeah, it didn't come out this year.
The modded version for the modded one for the computer one.
It can still be a game of the year because with mods on the PC version, it can last forever.
Like Scott introduced me to mods.
Right. Yeah. He did too. Yeah. You get all I heard from him was just mods.
Yeah. Greatest thing.
Buy Bethesda games on PC. You can mod the crap out of them and make like the perfect Bethesda game for you.
Pretty much all of my PC games are game of the year.
Okay, so yeah, so mine's Dark Souls 2. Scott, yours is
Counter-Strike.
Counter-Strike for Steven, and yours is Dragon Run. Damn it,
Shadowrun Dragonfall.
All right, here are games that came out this year, the most notable ones. In January, we got Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, where you get to play as Raiden, the Ninja Man. Also,
that's what movement system in the Assassin's Creed games should be like. You just hold down the Ninja Run button, and then you just backflip up a building. That'd be awesome.
Also, Wii Fit U came out this year. Assassin's Creed Liberation, the Banner Saga came out in January as well.
Oh yeah.
Remember Broken Age? Remember last podcast I was talking about Broken Age? Double Fine actually did make that game, and I was like, oh, that's the game. So yeah, Broken Age Act 1 came out, and there's no other act, which sucks. I think there's only there's only one act. They haven't been able to finish that. Dragon Ball Z, Battle of Z.
Wait, isn't that where they kickstarted that game, and then they had like $1 billion left over because everyone supported it? But now you're telling me that they can't make a second game.
They haven't been able to finish it.
Of money they made.
Like Broken Age, Act 1 is the only thing they can work on. Like, or they
didn't even finish the entire game, even though they got like $2 billion over what they needed.
They finished a good chunk of it, like a really good, satisfying chunk about it.
What are they spending all the money on?
I don't know. It's Double Fine. Like, they're paying for other stuff.
Strippers and blow, man.
Okay, in February, January, we got Octodad, the Deadliest Catch.
Yeah,
it's
a game I will never play because I know it will piss me off.
Deadliest Catch?
Yeah, the dad. Yeah, okay, we get it, Steven. It wasn't even the joke that you made. All right, in February, we got Fable, the Fable Anniversary.
Fuck that game. Everything after Fable 2. Fuck it.
It's a remake of Fable 1, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a remastered. It's like all like redone with great graphics and stuff.
Without the comedy.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. Fable has a weird thing where it's like main quest is like super serious, but all the side quests have like British comedians, like people from Monty Python are there.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
remember I don't understand why they don't just make it all funny.
Banana juice.
I think they tried doing that in
the
Fable
second
2.
One, it's like, haha, I'm the evil villain. You can tell because I murdered your sister and shot your dog.
Now you have to choose between
then
money or your dog.
A giant tower full of slaves. and electrocuted you for no reason. I'm like,
hey,
wow.
you have 3 wishes. You can either get a whole bunch of money, save your dog and friends, or save all the people that died.
Yeah. Even though you should have more options than that.
Yeah.
Well, can I save like all people and my dog and friends? No.
Yeah.
No.
Your dog.
The main
I always
missions in
chose
those
my
games
dog.
have always been really stupid.
But then I remember that the dog would always get in my way whenever I went anywhere, so I would always have to like.
No, the dog in Fable 2 actually like
Yeah, it was useful.
didn't really do much, but
I
he
mean-
was like an aspect of the game for like treasure hunting, and some quests required him.
There were a lot
he
of
ran
So to
randomly
have
killed
like
a
the
monster
main
that got
mission
back
take
in there.
away like an entire game mechanic seems really dumb. Where it's like, what if in Mario game at the end it's like, I took your jump ability away.
It's like, no, in a Mario game, and we killed Luigi. Do you want him back? Do you want him back?
Yeah. Why'd you do that in the first place?
Yeah, but you can only choose jumping or you get your friends back. Yeah. Anyway.
Oh
move
shit!
on.
All right,
Let's move
so
on.
Bravely Default also came out for the 3DS.
I want to get that.
I wanna get that
But I
too.
don't have a 3DS. I heard that kicked
Oh.
the shit out of like Lightning Returns.
Oh yeah, I was about to say
Final
that Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy 13.
I played the new Super
Mary
Smash
Sue
Brothers.
Returns, Final Fantasy 13.
I have pink hair.
But you should
Destiny
definitely,
is destiny.
if you ever get the chance, play the new Super Smash Brothers. Fantastic game.
I've played that game. It's amazing.
Fantastic.
I love
game.
it.
I want to buy the Nintendo consoles now because those look like the most fun.
I want
Like
to
the most
actually.
games.
What's your favorite character, Steven?
My favorite character. I don't know who
Or
he is, but
characters.
he has wings and a sword.
Oh, is that Meta Knight?
Pit.
Yeah.
Oh, Meta Knight. Yeah, there you
Fucking love Meta Knight.
My my 2 favorite characters are Luigi and Lucerne. Like she has like this really crazy like counter hit, and I can just dish it out amazing like out of nowhere, and like I would like go over to my friend's house and I would wreck his shit with both of them. It's so much fun.
Bro, I got
remember
really good
who
with
I
Meta
used to
Knight.
play in Super Smash Brothers.
I love Luigi.
Samus.
Did I play
All the way
Samus? I don't remember.
No, I played Samus before. Like it was nothing but Samus. She
Samus.
I
could
remember
shit
who.
out explosives.
Oh yeah, she pops into a bowl and pops them out. That's great. Okay, what else? World of Tanks apparently came out for the 360.
It's whatever.
The Last of Us Left Behind DLC for the PS3 came out. NASCAR 2014.
NASCAR!
NASCAR.
Go fast!
As soon as you leave America, people will be like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Actually, yeah. I went to a NASCAR race and they're like, "This is gonna be worldwide viewed," and I'm like, "Okay, so you're gonna spend like the largest congregation of racists and rednecks and then videotape it to the world." Great idea.
Oh no, we put blinders on
people
the.
walking it, and it's like, so you just drive around in a circle. Yeah.
I did park though, and this other guy in a truck parked right up next to me. 12 people popped out of the truck and had a tent and a fire pit set up in literally 5 minutes. I was impressed.
Whoa, what are they like
Okay,
Amish or something?
What's next?
All right, Ragnarok Odyssey 8. I don't know what that
I have
is.
no idea what that is.
Rayman Legends. Rayman Legends came
Oh,
out
yeah.
I heard
for the
good stuff
PS4
about
and
it.
I
Xbox
want to
One.
get the Rayman games. They're on Steam. I want to get those. Those look
Strider,
super fun.
the new super improved 3D Strider came out for Xbox
too.
One, PS4, 360, PS3, and PC.
That's on Steam as well.
Yeah.
On my wish list.
Yeah.
Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for the Wii U. Heard it's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Is it?
Get it?
I was watching Game Grumps play it. They were getting the shit kicked out of them.
Yeah. That's because
Yeah.
freaking Danny.
It's because they both don't pay attention to what they're doing.
I know.
And then they complain about, like, they didn't tell us that. And then everyone in the comments is like, that dude back there told you that. Yeah.
Okay,
Comment raging.
Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare, that first-person Call of Duty Plants vs. Zombies game.
I think it's third person.
Or
I've
you know,
watched-
you
I
know what I
watched,
mean. You know what I mean. Like it's a freaking gun game where you play as plants
Yeah.
and zombies and they shoot each other.
I watched,
Oh yeah.
I watched Martin play that.
oh, wait. That's the one where it's like an arena battle. 'Cause
Yeah.
There was another. Is that the same one where you do wave defense against
Oh,
zombies?
that's the first one. Plants vs. Zombies is the first one you're talking about.
No. It was like a third person one, and then you buy cards and put them in flower pots, and then you have turret guns as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's 3D environment. I think it's the same. Is that the same
what?
game?
No, I don't think that's the same thing at all. Because the first Plants vs.
Is there another
Zombies.
Plants vs. Zombies third-person shooter game?
I don't.
Or is that? Or is it like a? I think it's the same mode in the game you're talking about. I think it's a different mode.
Maybe it's a different mode. I don't know. Moving on. Thief came out for all. Thief. Remember that game, Thief? Remember no one?
I got it and played it. And
I played I have the original too.
Thief.
Pretty good actually.
It wasn't bad. Like the game, it wasn't bad. Its
heavily like needed stealth. Like you needed. It's like super relied on stealth.
If you weren't good at stealth, then you're just dead.
But is it the kind of stealth where it's just you sneak up and then use stealth to murder people?
No, it's
like you can use stealth to murder or knock out, or you can just not get
noticed.
Because in the original 2, your character sucks at fighting completely, so you have to sneak past everyone.
Well,
yeah,
maybe
that's what it is here.
maybe this guy's like a master thief, not a master fighter. He's like a thief guy. He has got like shadow magic.
The story was really dumb.
Really?
Where it's like, you've got this NPC girl that is your friend, and she's only like exists in cutscenes, and then you betrayed her even though you don't know what you did, and she's possessed by a demon, but now she's not, and then the entire room explodes.
All right, I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, there you go.
And then the Resident Evil 4 HD remaster came out for February 28th.
I didn't play it or hear anything about
Apparently that's the best one. Resident Evil.
It probably is better than Resident Evil 5. That's for damn sure.
You know what's a lot like Resident Evil 4? The Evil Within.
Evil Within, yeah.
Is just basically Resident Evil 4. I know the two best friends like talked about it, and everyone's like, "Shut up about them being Resident Evil 4." And then there are like achievements that are named exactly the same as Resident Evil 4.
Unlocking.
Yeah. Like, oh well, yeah, this game is all right. Hatsune Miku Project Diva F.
Sounds like something.
Hatsune Miku.
Yay.
The Vocaloid lady.
Yeah.
I saw her on that talk show once.
What?
I was like, Jesus Christ, they're high pitched. She was on not Jimmy Fallon, but one of those late night talk shows. And she was like a hologram that was literally like there. It was weird. And then she did a concert, and I was like, I don't understand what's going on.
Japan! Banzai!
I don't know. Let me listen to it a couple times, and maybe I'll like it. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. South Park, The Stick of Truth also came out in March.
Great game.
I still want to play it. Dark Souls 2 came out. I love that game. Hearthstone came out, that card game that practically everyone's playing.
It's the World of Warcraft card game that everyone loves.
Titanfall came out in March. Towerfall Ascension came out in March, where you play as archers that shoot each other. Vessel came out in March. It's like Vessel. I've heard about Vessel. It's like liquids like combined together to make other substances and stuff.
Sounds very sciencey.
Yeah, but definitely. Yoshi's New Island came out.
I actually heard about that was pretty good for you. If you like Yoshi's Island games.
Yoshi's New Island.
And I have Yoshi's Island on the Game Boy Advance around here somewhere. It was like one of my favorite Game Boy Advance games ever.
I've played a Yoshi's Island before. I think it was Yoshi's Stories though.
I have watched people
Yoshi's
play
Stories. That was on the Nintendo 64.
I haven't never played it.
Along with that is Luftrausers. Have you been?
I have that game.
Have you played it?
Yeah, I played it. You can beat it in like a day though. It's really short.
Oh.
But like the gameplay, it's really fun. It's like the best airplane combat game I've ever played.
I still hope that they're gonna make another freaking what's that one game? Time Splitters. I really hope they make another.
Oh, Time Splitters! I played that game with you, Scott.
Fantastic.
I remember that.
But no, all first-person shooters have to be serious business in the future, Steven. Except for that new Wolfenstein game that came out, and it was like space Nazis, and it was awesome.
I heard it was actually really good.
Yeah,
it was, but only for one playthrough.
They sort of do the main storyline really straight-faced, But then they have like this guy that might be Jimi Hendrix, but he wears a mask in there. And like you're fighting space Nazis. But then at the same time your friend like suicide bombs a Nazi encampment to get you inside and stuff. It's very
like you killed like civilians
jarring.
To do stuff.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Nazi civilians though, remind you.
Yeah, that makes it okay. All right. Yeah, so I don't know.
All right.
But the gameplay looked really fun, which in a video game, that's like the deciding factor. So yeah.
Infamous Second Son came out. Anyone like
Terrible
touched
game.
that?
Terrible game.
You played that, Steven?
It was terrible. They had it on the PlayStation 4 marketplace.
PlayStation 4.
And
when I saw that he spray paints the sides with like Banksy looking art,
I was like, "What is this? Like Jet Set Radio?"
Ugh. And then he was like a cocky asshole, like, "Down with the system, man! I'm Sonic the Hedgehog in another body."
Literally,
gotta go
I was like, "Oh god!"
It felt like a more lethal version of Sonic the Hedgehog, and it was like, I don't know, it was just terrible.
It just reminds me of Jet Set Radio.
That's just the main character that I would just want to punch him right in the face.
I can't relate to him at all. Like, it's just like, hey, bro, you're a dick. You're not even a good dick. You're just like
I just imagine a bunch of old men in like an office, and they're like, "What are the kids like these days? They like that graffiti art, right? Let's put that in
that pop music. They like the pop music in colors.
They don't like the system.
In what way can we make it most colorful?"
The coffee boy's like, "Wait, aren't we the system?" And they're like, "No, shut up." Anyway, get me more coffee.
I like how every game portrays corporations as evil and
even
not
though the games
that's
are made
fine.
by corporations,
not good for the economy or producing jobs. They're just like, they're evil, even though they're producing jobs and boosting our economy.
They all go to the new Lorax school of.
I speak for the trees.
This man sells air, and I hate when people sell things. Air should be free. That's the message of this movie.
I speak for the trees.
Shut up. I speak for the trees, but first let me try and murder this dude by dropping him down a waterfall. Alright, go on.
Okay, Diablo 3, Reaper of Souls came out.
That is actually a pretty good game.
Yeah, I want to play that.
Great. It doesn't play like any of the other Diablo games.
Diablo. Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends also came out. Another Dynasty.
I heard Dynasty Warriors is fun.
Yeah, I've played Dynasty Warriors before. It's really like
style.
you play as a hero, he runs around and kills all the other peons. And then you run to another hero and you fight him and you continue.
Peons.
It's a game about social class.
Pretty much. You're not a lord of a freaking feudal China or Japan if you're not killing people with your giant like circle blade.
Yeah, you're not killing like 500 people. It's basically a game where you remember that scene at the beginning of the Lord of the Rings movies where Sauron just walks into an army and just
it just starts just
Basically
smashing people. I remember that. That was great. Mercenary Kings came out in March. Remember that game and how we were all like, ooh. Yeah.
I got it for free.
Shut up.
Game.
You dick.
Speaking of Mercenaries, remember Mercenaries 2?
I remember that.
I love that game.
They stopped. They
love
just
that
got
game.
rid of the.
But I loved it because you could blow up entire cities.
You
with
could kill
nuclear
North
bombs.
Korea.
Yeah,
And then North
freaking-
Korea didn't give a shit for some reason.
that was Mercenaries 1.
I think
Mercenaries
was it?
2, you destroy Venezuela.
Oh,
Remember
that's right.
Mercenaries 2? Like you got that Warhawk the like half tank, half motorcycle.
Yeah, the motorcycle with tank shreds that could
Yeah, the
drive
Panzer
really
Shrek.
fast.
The
And
Panzer
it had
Shrek.
machine guns attached to it. Oh,
Well, like I drove into a place, planted like 5 nukes in one area, drove away, got up on top of a hill, and then launched a freaking armor-piercing nuke, one of the bunker buster nukes, into the pile of nukes that I already had over there, and caused this massive nuke explosion. And I was like,
if you have
yes.
enough artillery, you can level like all the cities in the game.
So, and then the
I miss that
pilot.
game.
The pilot, I remember the pilot.
Um,
Why is smoke-filled cockpit?
All right, and then the last for March, last thing for March is Shovel Knight.
That game. I should buy it.
I never played it.
It's a like you know what it is though, right?
I've heard of it. But
it's a side-scrolling 2D platformer where you play as a dude with a shovel, and it's super awesome. Actually, it's like I can't really explain it. It's just a knight with a shovel, and you go on adventures and you whack people with a shovel.
Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight. Da, da, da. All right. In April, we've got MLB 14 The Show for the PS3 and Vita. Anybody MLB fans?
Nope.
No?
Sports games
all right.
Ever.
Nope.
Here, get ready, get your butts clenching, because it's the Elder Scrolls Online. Yay! Remember that?
I had like 3 good ideas, but the rest was covered in.
Hey, you know this boss that took you 6 hours to defeat? You get 1 gold.
Yay!
A horse cost 100,000.
Oh god. And then,
even though in the actual Elder Scrolls game, a horse is just only 1,000 gold.
And
okay. Terrible.
Let's see what else came out. Oh, Final Fantasy 14: A Realm Reborn.
They should just stop making the game and just turn it into a movie already. Just like nothing but trailers.
Yeah.
That's all it is now. It's like an interactive movie.
Final Fantasy 14: A Realm Reborn. Remember how it used to be just called Final Fantasy like Online or something? Because it used or something. It used to be an MMO, and then
What?
or
a Final Fantasy MMO.
That's what it was. And then it came out and it was completely shit. And then they called it A Realm Reborn.
Hold on, I'll be right back. You guys keep going.
Okay. We've got 2014 FIFA World Cup Brazil. Speaking of Brazil got their ass beat in the World Cup by Germany, which was hilarious.
So sad.
Oh my god, 5 goals, I think.
There's rioting. In Brazil.
The entirety of Brazil was on suicide watch.
Like it was. Actually, I thought it was something ridiculous, like 23 or something like that.
No, it wasn't. What? No, it was like 5 goals, like 6 or 5 goals.
Bro, I'm saying 23.
No way, it was not 23.
It might have been only 5. It might have been only 5.
Who the fuck? No, it was not 23.
I'm gonna spread the rumor that it was 23.
All right. Let's see.
Hey Scott, did you know that Brazil lost by 23 to Germany?
No, it was 5, like 5 or 6 goals.
Yeah. I'm like, we're talking soccer here. I'm pretty sure I've never seen a soccer game where they got over 20
It was 23.
points.
Shut up, dude.
Like soccer goals, like every game I've seen, they've never reached double digits.
Oh no.
There was also
usually
not a
really
goalie.
really close.
There was no goalie. The goalie broke his leg.
There was no goalie.
Let's see. And then Daylight came out. Is anyone familiar with Daylight?
I've heard of it.
This game was essentially made for was actually made for YouTube playthroughs. Like the game dev said, like, yep, this is made for PewDiePie.
Daylight. Oh, I thought you said Deadlight.
No.
I was like, yeah, I have Deadlight.
Daylight. I've played Deadlight. I know what that game is.
Deadlight?
Daylight.
Daylight. Let me look this up.
It came out on the PC and PS4 April 29th.
Oh, that's the
and it's procedurally it's procedurally generated. So it has like so much. It's like really good replay value, and it was like essentially made for YouTube to be like watched by people.
I just saw it and it was like, you're an urban explorer and you're in a haunted asylum. And I'm like, oh. Anyway.
All right. May. Borderlands 2 for the Vita came out May 6th. All right then.
Yeah. We didn't optimize it at all.
Super Time Force came out for Xbox One and 360.
That's on sale right now.
Yeah, it is. Drakengard 3. Wolfenstein: The New Order. Here's one we're all familiar with. Came out May 20th. Always Sometimes Monsters came out May 21st. One of the famous Devolver games. Always Sometimes Monsters. Hard as shit to play.
Devolver has been pretty good with like games they publish. Like every Devolver game I've seen, Devolver digital game, like Hotline Miami, all of that, decently interesting looking.
And
like every single one.
Here it is, May 27th. Watch Dogs came out for all consoles, all platforms. Yay! Among the Sleep came out the May 24th. 29th. Remember that one? You play as a baby in that one.
That was pretty interesting.
You play as a baby.
YouTube ruined it for me.
They have DLC now. There's like new camp. There's like another. There's like a whole nother mission thing. Whole nother. I don't want to say mission, but storyline that you can do.
All right.
I should try that one.
Mario Kart 8 came out for May 30th, and that's pretty much.
I should buy at least a
notable.
Nintendo 3DS.
All right, June. We came out with Ultra Street Fighter 4, PS3 and 360 upgrades.
I have no opinion because I don't.
I have that
played
game.
a fighting game.
I have that game. It's really cool. We have Murdered Soul Suspect. Remember that game? You play as a dude who died, and then
I heard a lot of bad things about it.
He's an investigator, and he's a ghost.
I watched a playthrough. I think I watched two best friends play it.
Yeah.
And the ending was really stupid. What? The evil ghost was the evil ghost the whole time?
No shit. Let's see. What else?
It can't be.
Plans.
But the evil ghost was also your father.
That wasn't the actual twist, but it was basically equivalently dumb.
All right, and here's a really cool one. Sniper Elite 3 came out for the PC to June 27th. Like I just went through a whole mess of titles that I don't even give a shit about. Sniper Elite 3 came out for the PC on June 27th. In July, we've got Child of Light for the Vita. Anyone play that?
Not really, but I heard it was okay.
Not really? That's a yes or no question. Did you play it or no?
No. I have not.
Okay. Abyss Odyssey. What do you think of that, Scott?
Oh, it's pretty good. It reminds me of the Castlevania games.
It's okay. Let's see. Gods Will Be Watching.
I heard that one was interesting.
That one's also Devolver. Wait a minute. I think Always Sometimes Monsters I don't think that was a Devolver.
That was Devolver.
Okay.
It was.
I'm just saying, like, I don't think it was Devolver. I think I lied when I said that. Oh shit. Always Sometimes Monsters. Who made that? Who made that? Tell me now before I ruin myself. Vagabond Dogs. Indie game. Indie developer. They made that. All right, cool. Not Devolver.
Yeah. But my
Gods Will Be Watching made
most
that.
of Devolver stuff looks pretty good.
Last of Us Remastered came out for the PS4 on July 29th.
It was a really good game.
And then Rogue Legacy came out for July 29th as well.
Couldn't tell you.
August, we've got The Swapper.
I heard that puzzle game, right?
Yeah, where like everything's made with like 3 pixels. Like the main character is like super tiny. We've got Hotline Miami for the PS4. We got Lich Battle Mage. Yes, I love that game. It's a great game. I mean, I don't love it. It's just like I have a love-hate relationship with it.
I loved you. Like Seth,
Metro Redux for
great game.
Both 2033 and Metro Last Light. Came out
good.
August 26th. We've got nothing else because everything else is shit. Or I don't remember. September, The Sims 4 came out for September 2nd. Destiny came out September 9th for all platforms except for PC. Let's see. Teslagrad, if anyone's played that, it came out for the Wii U.
Platformer?
Yeah, it's like a a puzzle platformer. Wasteland 2. Wasteland 2 came out September 19th.
I played that game. If you don't mind it not looking great, pretty good game. Remember the old Fallout 1 and 2 games?
I remember those.
It doesn't look bad though.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I want to get that game.
But it's very in depth. Like you have to have a lot of free time if you want to get into it.
All right.
And you also have to like know what the hell you're doing. It's also a very, very good thing to.
All right. Let's see. Hyrule Warriors. If anyone's been playing that, it's essentially Dynasty Warriors, but with Legend of Zelda characters.
Game. I like that because it brings back a bunch of the characters from like the old games, like Midna and like what was the bodyguard's name in Ocarina of Time?
I don't remember.
Princess Zelda's.
I have no.
Yeah, but yeah,
clue.
it just brings back a bunch of characters, and it's like fun to just see like all these old characters from the old games, and they're all in the one game, and you can play as them. So it's a fun time.
Let's see. We've got Middle Earth: Shadow of Mordor.
It was a game.
We've got Persona 4 Arena Ultimax for the PS3. We got Sherlock Holmes: Crimes and Punishment that came out last in September 30th. October, we got Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS.
That's a good game.
Alien Isolation came out for all platforms
also a good
October
game.
7th.
There you go.
That's a fantastic horror game, if I do say so.
Styx, Masters of Shadows, October 7th. You play as a little goblin who's like a thief, and he's
basically a thief game.
Yeah, except he plays a goblin, which is actually pretty cool. I like that idea. Here comes Final Fantasy 13 for the PC. Remember how it used to be called Realm Reborn? Now it's called Final Fantasy 13 again. Or wait, that was 14. I'm retarded. Final Fantasy 13 is something else.
The naming scheme for Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
games.
okay. I'm stupid. I'm just okay. Borderlands the prequel came out for all platforms.
That's a great game, but you guys need to get
too much money
until they're done with their DLCs.
Yeah, we can get every Game of the Year edition or some shit. The Evil Within came out. I'm gonna be playing that eventually because I have that now. Let's see. Sleeping Dogs Definitive Edition with all the DLC for Sleeping Dogs.
Pretty good game,
yes, I heard it was a really good game as well.
Fight the shit out of people.
You're a cop who kung fu fights.
Yeah. Of course, by the end, everyone has machine guns, so it becomes that. But the beginning's awesome.
All right, The Legend of Korra game. The Legend of Nickelodeon's The Legend of Korra game. Heard it was really good.
Korra.
Heard it was really good. The game itself was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching it. It played a lot like Devil May Cry, sort of.
Oh, right, yeah.
Like you got your heavy... Each of the bending types is like a different attack. Like heavy attacks are
medium,
like bending. Water bending is light. Yeah, so that looks awesome.
Yeah. Bayonetta 2, if anyone's played Bayonetta for the Wii U.
Goofy shit.
Yeah. Fantasy Life for the 3DS. Heard this one was really cool. You get to play as a little stylized person who...
Is it like Animal Crossing, but with like fantasies and swords?
Yeah,
and
you
stuff?
actually get to be like a knight or paladin or a carpenter or a farmer or a fisherman or a miner. You actually go out and do stuff.
Cool.
Let's see.
Swiggity swag, get in my bag.
Lords of the Fallen, the Dark Souls clone.
The not Dark Souls game.
The not Dark Souls game, which is really neat because I like the guy, the YouTuber Vadi Vidya that I watch a lot. He's really big into the Dark Souls lore, and he brings up a lot of news for Dark Souls and games of the such. He's calling it now like a genre of its own called Souls-like, where Lords of the Fallen, yeah, Souls-like, where it's not based on class, but based on what equipment you use.
Yeah. I like that about the game. It's not really about your class or your stats. It's do you have the equipment and reaction time to dodge these attacks.
All right. In November, we've got The Binding of Isaac Rebirth for all systems for the PS4, Vita, and PC.
Game. Fantastic.
Not for all systems, just for PS4 and Vita and PC. Next up, I
heard that one. Well, I have the original, and I'm
here.
debating whether or not to buy this new one because I heard it's like fixes a lot of bugs. And it's not in Flash anymore, which is a good improvement.
It has like a lot of pixelated stylization now.
Yeah.
Next,
I heard it is just better in every way.
Yeah. Next up, we've got Call of Duty: Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
Heard is actually pretty good compared to all the other Call of Duties.
I still refuse to buy it.
Call of Duty with the double jump.
I still love World at War. I still love World at War. That's my favorite though. World at War is my favorite because it's got zombies. All right.
Zombies.
We've got Assassin's Creed Rogue for November 11th. And then you got Assassin's Creed Unity, November 11th. And then upcoming that, we got Halo the Master Chief Collection, November 11th. And then Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric, November 11th.
Okay,
Sonic Boom! Sonic Boom!
Where everyone's trying to get their stuff in around the November time, and they're the most broken things ever.
It's the worst thing ever.
They're like, we got to make it to the holiday rush. Even though once word gets out that all of these games aren't bad, then are like broken, then it's not going to work out too well. Like, here's something for you. You want to know why Sonic 06 is so bad? Because they just rushed development for the holidays.
Really?
You want to know why Sonic Rise of Lyric is so bad? Because they rushed development for the holidays.
It was supposed to be so good.
Assassin's Creed Unity is so bad? Because they rushed development for the holidays.
Actually, it's because they just shit on themselves.
Yeah.
They took a bunch of laxatives before they made the game. Let's see. We have World of Warcraft Warlords of Draenor expansion, November 13th.
I'm going to leave Mumble and come back because I can barely hear you.
Yeah, I can barely hear you.
Oh. Can you hear me now?
Like, you're getting really distorted.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Let's see. We're just about done. Shit, come on. Hurry up. Get in here. Get in your recording thing. Oh, God, no.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back.
Hopefully that doesn't show up on the recording.
Hello.
No, like what I say is probably didn't come out super horrible. All right, we're just about done.
Right. Yeah, we gotta wrap this up.
All right, World of Warcraft Warlords of Draenor expansion for World of Warcraft.
Oh no, I stopped following World of Warcraft.
If you get this thing, you can instantly level up to level 90. And play the expansion because it's like end game type stuff.
Man, it's almost like the grinding is just the not fun part of the game. But it's like what makes up most of the game.
All right, then we got Dragon Age Inquisition.
Great game.
Far Cry 4.
Even better game.
The Grand Theft Auto 5 Redux for Xbox One and PS4. I want to get that so bad.
The first person mode is actually pretty epic.
I know, it changes the way you play. It's like, oh my god, I'm killing this cop in first person. It's like, I'm actually there. Oh no.
Oh god.
Oh well, I might as well just teabag him while I'm at it.
But it encourages the violence against women, and then Target takes it off its shredder.
Little Big Planet 3 came out for PS4 and PS3 November 18th. Middle Earth Shadow of Mordor came out for 360 and the PS3 November 18th.
Yeah, you want to play an Assassin's Creed game? Get Shadow of Mordor.
That's like I remember that it used to be a Batman game, or was supposed to be a Batman game.
It's supposed to be a Batman game. It's just so Batman. It's Batman.
Watch Dogs for the Wii U. That's weird.
What?
Yeah.
Do you use the Wii thing for your cell phone? Because that would actually be a lot cooler.
That'd be pretty neat.
If your cell phone was the Wii gamepad.
And then they realized Scott had an idea, and then they killed him to steal it.
Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U came out November 21st. And Persona Q 3DS. And then...
I heard Persona, huh?
Yeah, Persona Q.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'll find out what that is.
Tales from the Borderlands, the Telltale game version of Borderlands, Episode 1, Zero Sum, came out November 25th. And the last month of this year, Chivalry Medieval Warfare came out on PS3 and on Xbox 360.
Chivalry is a great game.
Yes, it is. Play the game. Do it.
We played it together. It was awesome.
It was. Let's see.
Except for Philip.
Philip got
God damn it, Philip.
Exceptionally mad.
I could feel the salt through the screen.
Oh, shit.
And then the last bit, I suppose, Halo 5 Guardians, the multiplayer beta came out on Xbox One December 29th.
Yeah.
So that is it for this year, I suppose. Yeah, this is it for this year.
What? Freaking phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was a good year, guys. It was a good year, guys. I gotta get going. Everything's fantastic.
You gotta leave right now?
Goodbye.
He's gone. I could hear crap going down in the background. Okay.
So yeah, guys, like that's pretty much the end of the podcast. I'm gonna say in my from the news on my channel, I'm gonna be working on Power Directive 13. I'm gonna be trying to get it working, hopefully. Like try to get used to it. Actually do the tutorials, and you'll be seeing more of my face more often. Until then, I suppose.
Just better content.
Just better content in general. So, do you have anything else to add before we sign off, Scott?
Not really.
Well, that was another really good podcast.
I liked it.
Yeah. So yeah, guys. I'm Seth the Dead. This is Bench Smoke, and we will see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Bye.